Hi, my name is Rajiv.
Rajiv.
Rajiv. It's nice to meet Mr. Tony Mangan.
Thank you, Rajiv.
This is a great honor for me to interview such a great fellow, a world record holder, running in a world record runner for 48 hours in track, right?
In track, and also treadmill.
Also in treadmill, I believe you finished that one within 48 hours. You finished for 26.17.
In the indoor track, 426 kilometers.
Oh, great.
And in the treadmill, which was the following year in 2008, it was 405 kilometers.
Okay,
but I had a good team around me, and I was very well trained. And now I'm lazy. I'm not running fast. I'm just walking slowly now. So I got very lazy.
I read somewhere that you start your journey just 2010 roughly, right? 2010. Because you finished your first 15,000 kilometer running in 2014.
I should clarify that the first journey you're talking about was running around the world. That was between 2010 and 2014.
Yeah.
It was 41 countries.
41 countries?
Yeah, including India.
Yeah.
50,000 kilometers exactly, not a meter more.
Okay.
And then I stopped for 16 months to rest, and I said, I'd like to do this again, but I can't run anymore. I don't want to run after 50,000 kilometers in 4 years. So I decided I would walk instead. In the meantime, my mother, she died from cancer.
Okay.
And it was diagnosed, discovered too late by the doctors. And when I decided I'd like to have another adventure on foot, walking around the world, I decided I would do it with a mission to encourage people to be screened, to be checked early for cancer.
Great.
Thank you. Because my mother was not screened early, it was discovered too late. And the doctors believe had it been discovered early, perhaps she could still be alive today. So I want other people to have the luck that my mother didn't have. So it's my world walk now is an adventure, but with a message to encourage people to be screened early. And I have it here in Arabic and details of my walk. So the walk, I began it 4 years ago in February. Next month it'll be 4 years, on the 27th of February. And I walked across Europe, Russia, Mongolia, China through the middle from north to south, down to Vietnam. And Vietnam, that was Europe and Asia finished. And then I flew to Australia. 3/4 of the way around Australia, from Perth to Sydney on the bottom, then up the east coast to Brisbane, to Darwin, and also New Zealand, both islands. Then, because it's not about records, it's about me spreading my message as well as travelling and the love of adventure, I decided I want to go back to Asia again. So I went back to started Asia Part 2 in Thailand, Bangkok. And I walked through Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam again, and China again. First time in China I went through the middle, this time I went along the east coast, up towards Macau, Hong Kong, also Taiwan Island, and then I went to Korea.
Okay.
Somebody suggested to me that I should go to Africa when I was on my way up to Korea. And I said, maybe yes, maybe no. Cut a long story short, eventually I said yes, okay. So I went to, just as an extra, I left my route in Korea to go to Africa. And I started in Rwanda, walked to Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania and Zanzibar Island. And while I was in Kenya, about 4 months ago, then I read on the BBC website that Saudi Arabia opened. I always wanted to come here, but as you know, unless you're Muslim or working in an expat in a big organisation, it was never really possible. But it opened up, and I was more or less in the region. I was in Africa and getting ready to go back to Korea to continue where I finished.
Okay.
And then I said, this is a great opportunity. I have to include Saudi Arabia. I applied for my visa and I got a 90-day visa, plenty of time. So I flew from Zanzibar to Jeddah, and then I walked from Jeddah to Afif, to Riyadh, and Riyadh now to here. I'm on my way to the United Arab Emirates.
When did you reach in Jeddah? How many days you took to
I started something like maybe 7 weeks ago, and about the third week of November, something like that. And then, so now I'm on my way to the United Arab Emirates, and then Oman. Then I return to my route in Korea.
Okay.
I just want to say one thing to the Saudi people. Thank you so much. You have been wonderful, and also the Indian people and Pakistani and Filipinos and the Irish that I met. There were so many days, especially when I was on the desert roads between Jeddah and Afif, where people stopped. I'm not exaggerating. I couldn't count. I lost track. 20, 30, 40 times. Are you okay? Do you need water? Do you need food? Sometimes I said, oh no, I have too much baggage, too much food. And he did not say, take no for an answer. And sometimes they just left the food on the road and drove away. So, what do I have? Oh, well, okay. People are so good. They are wonderful. And it's, to be honest with you, it's like this all over the world. People are wonderful. And they're listening to my message. As I mentioned, I got it translated here into Arabic.
Yeah.
And so I show this to everybody. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for this opportunity to get my message out, and my opportunity to thank you for a wonderful time in your country. Thank you so much. Is there anything else?
Yeah, of course. I have some questions too.
Yeah.
The your first running of world running started in 2010. That's a cause of against depression or something, right?
Yeah. I didn't suffer from depression.
Okay.
But this was my mother was healthy at the time, and I wanted to do it for a reason. And somebody just suggested to me that there were many other charities, like for instance children's charities and cancer, and nobody was taking the importance of mental health serious. And I said okay, so I did it for a charity called an Irish charity called Aware.
Okay.
And they counsel people who have mental health issues, and I also fundraise, but I'm not very good at promoting myself, so I didn't raise a lot of money, and maybe $5,000 in the 4 years. That's how bad a fundraiser I am. But I was promoting the message that people should not discriminate against people that have mental health issues, and so I finished that. Run.
You have once you now you're walking, right?
Yeah.
You have any plan every day specifically? How many kilometers you will run, or how many kilometers walk?
Yeah.
Or how many hours you walk, or something like that?
Do you mean every day or for the entire journey?
Let's say every day. Suppose
Okay.
once you come to Jeddah, you have a plan to reach Riyadh. How many days? You have some kind of plan.
Yeah. Well, usually at the moment as you know, I'm in the desert, so there's no point in saying 25 or 30, and if it's still daytime, I just keep walking. And if there's other problems, for example, how to get water, like the next little piece here, I might just walk a little bit more, 40 maybe every day, but it won't be 40 today. And then I get to the place a bit quicker, and it's much easier in the evening. It's much cooler, even though it's winter here. It's still very warm.
Okay,
So,
you will walk during night too?
Sometimes I do, yeah.
So,
it depends on the country. I wouldn't do it in Africa. I probably shouldn't say this in camera, but it was just more dangerous. Whereas here I feel very safe. China and Russia I also felt very safe. I don't really worry about cars because there's not very much traffic, but I don't even walk on the road. I walk on the gravel. The tyres on my cart, they're solid rubber, so I don't get punctures. A screw can stick in it and it's still fine. So I go well off the road. I don't need to walk on the road. And I do have high visibility vest and lights, and as I said, I feel safe here. Everybody tells me it's a safe country. There's not much crime.
A healthy man has to sleep at least 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Are you getting a normal sleep every day?
I don't get that. A lot of the time I'm sleeping beside the road, and there's just, even though I am tired, it's not good rest. It's waking up, going back to sleep. It's not always continuous, and there's the noise of the trucks going by. Sometimes I sleep under the road. It's called, in English, it's called a culvert. You know, it's the kind of a concrete tunnel under the road where flash flood rain goes. So I have to be careful. It's not going to rain. But under the road, it means I don't have to put a tent up. It's a good way to hide also, because when you have a tent in the desert, everyone you can be seen. But under the roads, nobody can see you. But it can be a little bit noisy with the cars going over the top of the road. But I'm 62 now. I tend not to need as much sleep as people age. They tend not to need as much.
Sorry, you're 62?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I rather say, when people say, how old are you? I say, I always say, well, if I'm joking.
I thought you were around 50s.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, but, what was I saying? When people ask me how old I am, I like to say, I'm 62. I'm 62 years young. No, because for me, legal age is stupid. You need it for the passport and driver's license, so I can understand it. But the real age is in the head or the heart.
Age is a number in
exactly. In Ireland we say, oh, that's a number on the bus. Yeah.
What about how are you keeping your? Suppose if you're on the travel, you got some sickness or something. How you manage medicine?
Well, lucky enough, I'm fairly healthy. I don't have problems. I usually in China I had a very bad cough because of the smog.
Okay.
When I get a cough, persistent cough, it can last me a few months, and I have to keep taking cough bottles or antibiotics, and it goes away slowly. That's my biggest health problem, persistent coughs. But I'm lucky enough, my feet are strong. I can wear any kind of terrible shoes. Like these are cheap sandals and I'm walking on them because they're strong. My feet are strong, so I can more or less wear anything. But I cannot take cold water. I may be an extreme athlete, but I can't take a cold shower. And Tony promised me a hot shower here. And the Filipino guy, he turned on the immersion. Tony said, "Are you sure that's hot?" Yeah, the water was hot, but the hot water tap was broken. So maybe strong in some ways, but oh my God, it was cold. But I'm clean, maybe not my clothes, because that was my first shower in 5 days. But people are good. They know. I don't have a shower in the desert. For a shower since Friday, today is Wednesday. I don't have a shower in the desert, and you understand.
You have any more plans or any aims to achieve any new records or breaking records?
No, I'm not interested in records. If I do set a record, it will be by default. When I was younger, I also cycled around the world. So I will be I'm already the first person to cycle and run around the world, and now it will be a triathlon to walk as well. I've no other plans for any trips. I'm pretty weary at times. The communication can be difficult. This morning I was sitting in a restaurant for more than an hour, and he'll tell you the story. 3 or 4 different people went and confirmed my order, and yeah, the guy says after an hour, so you want to eat? That happened a lot in China and other places.
Okay.
They thought I was just going in. I was charging my phone, and I think that's what he thought. I was just there to charge my phone and not to eat. I was pointing at the pictures. This here, well, have this. I think he thought I was admiring his pictures. And I even showed him a screenshot, and he was probably thinking I was showing off my phone, or I don't know. So it can become frustrating at times, and that all wrecks your head, because when you're walking through villages, you can sometimes feel like a goldfish in a bowl, everybody looking, and sometimes I need a mental break as well. So I am a bit weary, but I want to finish. I will finish this world walk.
Okay. And next, you are a runner or walker by passion, right? What do you think about what's your lifetime achievement? What do you think by yourself?
What do I think about when I'm on the road?
No, everyone has an achievement. Everybody believing in a lifetime achievement.
Yeah.
What's your lifetime achievement?
For me, records are not important.
Exactly.
You were when
that's my point.
I was a competitive runner. You were, and then I realised they're not important, because when I retired from competition,
okay,
the one thing that's more important than any achievement or honour or record is to have the respect of fellow athletes, and I did, and thank God I was lucky enough that people said, we respect you. And so for me that was more important than any world record, and so that's the most important.
Lastly, it's not a normal man. He's the first person in the world run more than 200 kilometers in a day.
Yeah.
I think in 2 consecutive days he run or walk?
No, that was that race that you referred to earlier on. It was the 426 kilometers.
426 in 2 days.
So the first day was 223 hours. 223 kilometers.
Yeah.
And the second day 203. So it's 203 and 223 is 426.
Is the first man in the world achieve?
No, because somebody could have done it 100 years ago, and we don't know. So
okay,
it's the first. I'm claiming someone that says
that's the point in my mind. That's what I got remember about you on this point. More than 200 kilometers in a day, and it's even in 2 consecutive days too.
Now we can't even do it in a week. They can't do that in a week. It's a big effort to do, and even to run one of those hours that I average over 48 hours, I can't even run 1 hour now at the pace I average. But it's, Bob Dylan says the first one now will later be last, because the times are changing, and it's not about records. Life is not about records. Everybody has a dream, everybody has a goal, and it doesn't matter what your dream is. It can be setting up a coffee shop, it can be getting married and having children. All our dreams are just as important. Could be writing a book or learning how to paint. Doesn't really matter. Everyone's dream is equal.
Thank you, Mr. Tony, for spending
thank you,
roughly 20 minutes with us.
No, not at all. It's been a pleasure.
We are really privileged, or it's very happy. I believe it's one of my greatest moments in my life to interview or ask some questions with you.
And please remember my message that early cancer screening can save your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.